There are some things that are better left unsaid. Some secrets are too dangerous to share, even with those we trust. But what if the secret is inside of us? What if it is something that we are trying to hide from ourselves? In this video, we will explore the Stoic teaching of maintaining secrecy. We will discuss why it is important to keep some things to ourselves and how doing so can lead to a happier and more fulfilling life. Imagine a world where your every move is watched, your every thought is monitored, and your every secret is known. A world where there is no privacy, no anonymity, and no escape. This is the world that we live in today. With the rise of social media, big data, and artificial intelligence, our lives are more transparent than ever before. But what does this mean for our secrecy? How can we maintain our privacy in a world where everyone is watching? The Stoics believe that secrecy is important for a number of reasons. First, it can help us to protect ourselves from harm, either intentionally or unintentionally. When we share our secrets with others, we put ourselves at risk of being betrayed or manipulated. Second, secrecy can help us to maintain our self-control. When we know that we have something to hide, we are more likely to act in a way that is consistent with our values. Finally, secrecy can help us to develop our inner strength. When we keep our secrets to ourselves, we learn to rely on ourselves and to trust our own judgment. There are a number of dangers associated with sharing our secrets with others. One danger is that we may be betrayed. Once we share a secret with someone, we cannot control what they do with it. They may betray our trust and tell the secret to others, or they may use it against us. Another danger is that we may be manipulated. Once someone knows our secret, they may use it to control us or to get what they want from us. They may threaten to reveal our secret if we do not comply with their demands. The Stoics believe that secrecy could help us to focus on what is truly important. When we are constantly worried about our secrets being exposed, we are distracted from the things that matter most in life. Sharing our secrets can make us vulnerable. When we know that someone else knows our secret, we may feel ashamed or guilty. We may also feel like we are not in control of our own lives. In today's world, we are constantly bombarded with messages telling us that we need to promote ourselves. We are told that we need to share our accomplishments, our thoughts, and our feelings with the world. But what if self-promotion is actually harmful? The Stoics would argue that self-promotion is a form of arrogance and pride. It is a way of saying that we are better than others and that we deserve their attention and admiration. Self-promotion can also be dangerous because it can make us dependent on external validation. When we constantly seek the approval of others, we start to lose sight of our own values and beliefs. The worst part of self-promotion is that it can lead to a state of constant self-consciousness. We start to worry about how we are perceived by others, and we become obsessed with our own image. This state of self-consciousness can be truly horrific. It can lead to anxiety, depression, and even worse. The Stoics offered a different way of living. They taught us that we should focus on our inner selves rather than on our external image. They taught us that we should be content with who we are without the need for external validation. The Stoics also taught us that we should be humble and modest. We should not brag about our accomplishments or seek the admiration of others. The wise man speaks as little as possible and only when he must. Marcus Aurelius. It is better to keep one's thoughts to oneself than to speak them in vain. Seneca. The greatest secret of life is to live without fear. Epictetus. The Stoics taught us that secrecy is essential to living a good life. They taught us that we should keep our thoughts and actions to ourselves, and that we should avoid sharing our secrets with others. In today's world, it is more important than ever to maintain our secrecy. We live in a world where everyone is watching and where our secrets can be used against us. Talking about your achievements is something that you cannot control. It can lead to envy, resentment, and even danger. It can also make you complacent and stop striving for more. That's why Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoics, advised us to keep our achievements a secret. He said, "Do not speak to yourself about your own merits. Let others talk about them." Stoics believe that self-exploitation is harmful because it leads to a number of negative consequences. For example, self-exploitation can lead to burnout, stress, and anxiety. It can also damage our relationships and our physical and mental health. The most horrific consequence of self-exploitation is that it can lead us to lose sight of what's truly important in life. When we're constantly exploiting ourselves, we start to see ourselves as objects rather than as human beings. We start to believe that our worth is determined by our productivity and our accomplishments. This can lead to a number of other horrific consequences. For example, self-exploitation can lead to addiction. So let us take the advice of the Stoics. Let us keep our secrets to ourselves, and let us focus on living our lives with integrity and authenticity. One benefit is that it can help us to protect ourselves from harm. When we keep our secrets to ourselves, we reduce the risk of being betrayed or manipulated. We often exploit ourselves because we're afraid of failure. We're afraid that if we don't work hard enough, we won't be successful. We're also afraid of what others will think of us if we fail. But we keep secrecy. It can help us to maintain our self-control. When we know that we have something to hide, we are more likely to act in a way that is consistent with our values. For example, if we are trying to lose weight, we may be less likely to cheat on our diet if we know that no one knows about our goal. Secrecy can help us to develop our inner strength. When we keep our thoughts and actions to ourselves, we are forced to rely on our own resources. This can help us to become more resilient and self-sufficient. We keep our secrets to ourselves. We learn to rely on ourselves and to trust our own judgment. This can lead to a more independent and fulfilling life. We need to be careful about who we share our secrets with. We should only share our secrets with people who we trust completely. We need to be mindful of what we say and do in public. We should avoid talking about our secrets in places where others may be able to overhear us. We should also avoid doing anything that could reveal our secrets, such as writing them down or keeping them in an obvious place. Finally, we need to be patient. It takes time to develop the habit of secrecy. At first, it may be difficult to keep our secrets to ourselves, but with practice, it will become easier. Maintaining secrecy is an important Stoic teaching. By keeping our secrets to ourselves, we can protect ourselves from harm, maintain our self-control, and develop our inner strength. The greatest happiness is to have peace with oneself. Marcus Aurelius. I encourage you to reflect on the teachings of Stoicism and to consider how you can apply them to your own life. Maintaining secrecy is one important teaching that can help you to live a happier and more fulfilling life. What we can do. First, we need to be aware of the reasons why we exploit ourselves. Once we understand the reasons, we can start to address them. We need to set boundaries. We need to decide how much time and energy we're willing to put into our work, our relationships, and our other commitments. Once we've set boundaries, we need to stick to them. We need to learn to say no. It's okay to say no to extra work, to social engagements, and to anything else that we don't have the time or energy for. Don't brag about your accomplishments on social media. Be humble and modest in your conversations with others. Focus on the process, not the outcome. Remember that your achievements are a reflection of your hard work and dedication, not your worth as a person. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos on Stoicism and other ancient philosophies.